The holidays are a time for giving and wishing the best to your fellow man. I definitely wish the best for everyone this holiday season, but as far as giving, the Charlotte Hornets are giving Gordon Hayward way too much. Greetings and salutations, sports fans. Welcome back to the Fumble, Tidings of Good Joy. I'm your host, Jackie Ray. Thanks for checking in with us one more time here at the Fumble. Make sure you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and then head on over to Instagram and Twitter and follow me at JRayTheFanatic. Now, let's break this down. Because the truth is, this overpaying Gordon Hayward is not a new trend. The Hornets are just carrying on with what the Celtics had started. To be fair, the inflated price the Celtics ended up paying for Hayward is not their fault. In 2017, the Celtics figured, hey, he's coming off a high and his one and only All-Star year. He was consistently improving in Utah, so let's get behind him while he's hot. I get the logic. So the Celtics signed Gordon to a 4-year contract that was worth over $127.8 million. This meant his average annual salary would be over $32.9 million per year. Not a bad call when you think you are getting a guy on an upswing. But after playing just 5 minutes and 15 seconds and scoring just 2 points in the Celtics opening a game against the Cavs, Gordon Hayward came down completely wrong. Really, really wrong. You guys remember the pictures. His leg was pointed one way, but his foot went an entirely different way. He was writhing in pain, and turns out he dislocated his ankle and fractured his tibia. The injury was so bad that it pretty much silenced Quicken Loans Arena, and LeBron James and Isaiah Thomas, who was with the Cavs at the time, both went to the Celtics locker room after the game to make sure Gordon Hayward would be okay and to give him some encouragement. Now, to be clear, that is not where this overpaying Gordon Hayward story begins, because I am not heartless. Most of you guys know I am always hoping athletes recover completely from their injuries, not speedy. I never want anyone to do a rush back to the game, because an injury can cause even more problems. It can cause mental problems, psychological problems, not only physical problems. And I am really big on making sure your mental health is right. If it isn't, you'll just end up re-aggravating the same injury or babying your current injury too much and causing an injury on the other side. I don't want that for any athlete. So I am not mad that the Celtics had to eat that first year's salary. I'm not even mad that the 2018-2019, that season, he only played 72 games. But he did have a full gambit of injuries during that season. Ankle, concussion, left ankle soreness, right ankle sprain, nose injury, and one day he was just sick. I don't think anyone was really truly bothered by that. Again, a lot of people are timid and slightly fragile when they come back from an injury like that. So you should just roll with the punches, at least for one full season after a big injury. His All-Star season, he was averaging 21.9 points per game, 5.4 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 1 steal per game. The steal thing always impresses me because we just don't see enough of that, mainly because guys don't want to get that reaching foul. Sometimes you do see it when someone's throwing the ball deep down the court and it's picked off, but I love someone picking the ball off from someone while it's in play. But I digress. The point is, he was definitely on an incline when he left Utah, falling to 11.5 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, and 3.4 assists in 72 games is not terrible your comeback year. But things didn't look much better the following season. He had more injuries and ends up playing only 52 games. And of course his scoring went up because he started all 52 games. The previous year, he only started 18. And honestly, unless Michael Jordan has some sort of reverse engineering fountain of youth bubble bath, I don't see a man who will be 31 suddenly becoming not injury prone and giving you your money's worth. Don't get me wrong, there are some winners in this Gordon to Charlotte deal. 2, in fact. It's just neither of them are the Hornets. First, the Celtics are the biggest winner here because they now have the biggest trade exception in NBA history. So let's break that down. Trade exceptions function as empty salary slots. Teams can acquire a player or multiple players through a trade-up to the amount of the exception without sending any money back to the other team. As Boston absorbed no salary in the Haywards sign and trade, the exception they are granted equals his first-year salary in Charlotte. Current estimates put that number around $28.5 million, meaning the Celtics can absorb a player making up to that amount without spending a dime in the deal. Basically, that just means the Celtics can get any big name they really want without really having to worry about money. Well, kind of. They did sign Tristan Thomas to a full midlife exception, which means they can't spend over $138.9 million, but that still gives them a ton of wiggle room. The second winner in this, of course, Gordon Hayward. Here he is, this injury-prone player who will be 31 in March, and he just signed a $120 million deal with $120 million guaranteed. It is the stability you want at this point in your career, so it makes perfect sense for him. But the head scratcher for me is that Michael Jordan called him personally because this is someone that he has wanted since 2014. I get really liking a player, but how does this make business sense? What is Jordan expecting? Does he think Gordon Hayward is going to come out and do what Chris Paul did for OKC and suddenly breathe life into this franchise? Does he think Gordon is the guy that can give him a deep playoff run? I can promise you, this 2017 All-Star is not who we have now in Gordon Hayward. That guy is gone. He's not coming back, but somewhere Jordan must believe that he can get this All-Star to reemerge if he agreed to this deal. Call me crazy, but I think the only name we are going to mention from the Hornets with any consistency is LaMelo Ball. But hey, we all know Jordan likes to gamble, so is this really a shocker? But what do you guys think? Do you think Michael Jordan can reignite All-Star Gordon Hayward and make him valuable to that franchise? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Once again, I'm Jackie Ray. Thanks for watching The Fumble. Happy holidays, and we'll see you next time.